I don't really have a plan. And that's sort of how I operate, and how this channel works best is if I just decide to take the camera with me, and then I decide to turn it on or not. The last 2 times I've been out, I didn't even take it out of my pocket. But it sort of depends on my sense of purpose and space, time. Right now it's kind of early morning. 10:30 is early for us. I had an idea or two for lunch, breakfast, and the first of those was closed, and any other idea that I had just didn't seem practical or right. You know how sometimes you think, well, I'll go there, and then halfway there I change my mind. So it's not that important, really. The truth is, I'm sort of headed over in the direction of Norma's hotel, and we will have a late lunch there when she gets off work. Or not. I don't have an answer yet from her, so that's okay too. I really only have one thing to do, and it's not terribly important. Oh, it's so nice to have the streets relatively empty. I walked up from the bus station, the bus stop. And in so doing, I was fully aware that I didn't really have a plan. So I have my mind sort of cranked up to about a 5 on a scale of 10, which means I'm just dogging along here. Nothing too important. A lot of the places that I would otherwise point out, or that you would see on the screen here, are closed, and that always makes for a kind of unattractive street. Well, let's go up here and see. I do have an idea. If I were to go that direction instead of that direction, you know, I don't have to do anything. Since I don't really have I don't actually yet have a traveling companion, I feel sometimes like I need to wander out into the distant neighborhoods to catch glimpses of things that you have not already seen 100 times. For example, right now I'm in a place which, well, since I turned on the camera, I have been rather in a place of very high popularity among picture takers, and I am more and more disinclined to avoid those places, only because they are so commonly photographed. But here I am. I'm on my way up the hill. You can't tell, but I'm actually moving uphill. There are a few raindrops on the street, and that's kind of expected this time of year, day. I sometimes make this comment, and I'm gonna say it again, that almost any time of day you can come out here and see a few hundred people, up to maybe 100,000 people. And I only point that out because people are very sociable. Their culture is outdoorsy. People here spend a lot of time away from home, it would seem, only because there are just so many kids and families, grandparents, grandma's out with the family a lot. I'll just peek in as we go here. Since my other plans sort of vanished in the thin air, I'm going to walk in a different direction, and I have a destination in mind. I'll explain as we go. But in the meantime, I thought maybe I would stop at one of these places which I rarely visit. You know, this is not really off the beaten path, but it is sort of not a common destination for me. I walk through more than I stop. Paninis, all of these things look so good. These places will not disappoint you. La Covacha. Now, depending on who I'm with, well, that often determines where I stop. With Norma, she is much more, shall we say, easy to please. Louise also seldom has an opinion, so I just sort of, he trusts me to pick a place. But with Ivan, I don't even have an opinion. I just say, you decide. Decides tú. He knows that means I don't care. Well, he knows I care, but he knows I won't have an opinion that's very strong, and that is because he does have an opinion that's very strong. He is really easily nonplussed, shall we say. At all, you'll see that almost everything is closed. So I'm here a little early. I'm not going to worry about that, because if I wait an hour or even two, I'll have 10,000 choices. Oh, this is always a fun place. Kind of like a little library, tavern, bar, coffee shop. The advantage is that there aren't so many cars, not so much noise. You know, the historic center of the city can be kind of noisy with cars and lots of people, and that doesn't bother me. I'm okay with that. That makes it fun, actually. Oh, there's an Alfa Romeo of some kind. Lots of cars in this city that you won't see in the United States. Alfa Romeo SUV. Well, whatever. I'm not an SUV guy. I'm not a hatchback guy either, but I have one. So, not a lot here. I'm going to hope that my bread store, bakery up ahead is open. If not, I'll wait because I need what they have. This street and the one to my left over a block has a lot of antique stores. Oh, that's interesting. Café Palma. Sopa de tortilla, chilaquiles, pan francés, postres, cheesecake. smoothie, desayunos. I might come back.